In today's video, let's have a quick look at how DENT has been doing in the recent days. So yesterday there was a big market crash we saw because Bitcoin dropped by around 5%, 3 to 5%, and then the rest of the market just followed suit straight away. Let's have a look how it has been doing and make a quick analysis about it. So yesterday the drop was roughly 30% drop happened to DENT. So it all the way from 0.00014, it was around 1477, and then it plunged all the way to, that was like a 40% drop just in one day. So it's just not for DENT coin. Most of the alts dropped yesterday. So if you look at Polkadot, which is one of the famous top 10 coins, it dropped by 20% just because Bitcoin dropped by 3%. So you can imagine, whenever the top first coin drops by 3 to 5%, be ready, be smart to that the rest of the markets is going to follow the same. So imagine the top 10 coins itself has dropped by 20%. Then imagine DENT being sitting around 200th rank. You can imagine it's going to take a blow as well. But you don't have to be wrecked really hard. So imagine if you have looked at the market, the DENT charts were consolidating around the range of 0014 and 13 range. So it was consolidating around here, and then here, then it started going sideways. So you should have put a stop loss for, let's say, 0.10012 or so, and then you would have bought back 20% more DENT if you have done that strategy. So always you have a stop loss strategy whenever you trade, because it's safe to be safe. So I had my stop loss at 130013. So I put a stop loss saying if it hits 0013, then I'm gonna sell and buy back when it's really low. So I really bought back at 001, and I now got 30% more DENTs than I started initially. So that's probably, it's a good strategy to think about, because that way you can buy back more. Because some projects, if you know it will go up in the future, it's better to hold them and buy some in the dips, rather than, I'm not saying DENT coin is going to go ever on the top, just like a parabolic steep curve. That's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. It's not the top first coin like like Bitcoin. So it's the 200th coin. So imagine this coin will take a huge blow if the top 10 coins are going to fall down. So always be cautious when you trade, and make sure you don't want to incur a loss. So watch the market, and imagine in a couple of videos we said it started going sideways around 0013 range. So I would probably consider 0013 as probably the stop loss point where you should probably take out and re-enter again. So that's the strategy I would probably play. So that allows you to buy back 30% more DENT in yesterday's situation. I heard some of them commenting in the chat that they lost their money because they sold it when it was dropping. So they saw the drop and they sold it and they incurred a loss. So if you don't sell, you would have been better off, because now you can see it's 20% high than it was that bottom yesterday. So don't try to sell when you see it's a loss, basically. Yeah. And in terms of the wallet counts, it looks pretty steady actually. The number of wallets has increased by 39,327. So that number is probably keep on going, and people are showing a lot of interest in the current, even at these current prices as well. That's a good sign from my opinion. But let's watch out what's 1267. Let's see how it performs. So a couple of days ago I made a prediction at that price point. So now it's dropped by 1237. So now you can see The price charts hasn't changed significantly, but the market cap has dropped slightly down. So you can see the market cap is roughly around 113 million. So I think yesterday I saw was 130 million, and then the ranking has dropped a little bit by 173, third rank now. But I would say it's pretty much bounced back 20% higher than what it dropped significantly. So it dropped to 0.00004 point. So you can see it dropped to 001098 yesterday around 2 a.m. 2:45 a.m. and then it bounced back 20% to 1272, and it's now holding up around this price point. And now I would probably be caution. The next point would be this low point would be tested again, I'm pretty sure. If it depends on how the top 10 coins perform. Basically, if Bitcoin tends to go down further, then you're gonna be smashed really hard as well. So this 0.001 would be another really stop loss point, and be careful at this particular point, because once it falls beyond this, then you might see another 30% drop very easily, going to probably 007 or 009 range. So let's hope the market keeps going up, and if it goes up, we could see some surge and bounce back with DENT also. Let's have a look. And in terms of people have different strategies in terms of trading, and I would probably want to share my views on that. A lot of people I hear like diversify, that's the best strategy, because you don't want to put all your eggs in the same basket, and then if it goes down, you takes everything down along with it. So that's a very good point. But let's watch what the big players say when it comes to money. Better than listening to me, listen to someone who made a ton loads of money in the world. Yeah, because they are the best advisors than me, because I haven't made ton loads of money yet. So I'm still trying to make videos and make a living. So you can imagine the best person when it comes to advice about money is to ask the one who made the most in the world. So we know who made the most of the money in the world. It's Warren Buffett. That's the man who made most of the wealth in the world in the past 60 years. So let's get some quick advice from the wise man. Yes, so he keeps saying very interesting stuff. So diversification is obviously a protection. Yep, that makes sure you don't risk losing your money. That's perfect sense. But listen to what he says. Diversification is protection against ignorance. It makes little sense if you know what you are doing. So did you get it? So, and he says diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. Why diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. That's a very beautiful, bold statement from one of the most richest man in the world. He is not dumb. Remember, when he says something, he is not dumb. He invests in companies which he understands from top to bottom. So if you have been watching my videos about DENT, I've been talking about the product, how it works, download it, try the different products, and that's the best way. So you can see here they have different types of product levels, like afterburner, texting, and then rewards program, and then they have a dent.exchange portal, and then a mobile app. They have an operator trading desk, which is not available to public, obviously, and then they have the developer portal. This is also not available for public, but having an understanding of the offerings of a telecom provider is very key, because you're putting your investments, your hard-earned money, so why not understand what they do? So that gives a strong hold and strong understanding of where the business is heading, and that way you can make sure you're safe in the professional hands, basically. So that's what he means. Why diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. That's a very beautiful quote. And he says the strategy we have adopted precludes our following standard of diversification dogma. Many pundits would therefore say the strategy must be riskier than that employed by more conventional investors. We strongly disagree. We believe that a policy of portfolio concentration may well decrease risk if it raises, as it should, both the intensity with which an investor thinks about a business and the comfort level he must feel with its economic characteristics before buying into it. That is a beautiful statement from one of the richest men in the world. He says basically diversification is for the ignorant people who don't understand what they are buying. But if you know what you are buying, then you don't have to worry about it, because the economic characteristics of it will in the long run get you to a very good return. That's what he means. So that's the best advice I would say. So he says best investment advice for beginners. Diversification isn't always a good idea. Invest in yourself first. Trust yourself to be a successful investor. Only make investments that you understand. Make sure you choose the right news to focus on. Buying a stock of a company is buying a part of a business. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Don't be a day trader. That's a very beautiful quote. Don't be a day trader. Yep. Cool. So Warren Buffett's best quotes: price is what you pay, value is what you get. Someone sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. You only find out who is swimming naked when the tide goes out. Yeah, some of the famous quotes from Warren Buffett. I really enjoy reading his quotes. Wide diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. That's a very, very key thing that I would probably repeat again. So if you understand how DENT works and probably have a good understanding, this will make you not wealthy, but this will generate a generational wealth. Probably it's not make you, we are not about making getting rich. We should be generate a generational wealth which stays even if we have gone. So that much that can happen only if you are not diversifying. If you're going to diversifying, like say if you are interested in investing in Tron, and if you can't even explain what Tron does, it just doesn't make any sense in putting your bucks there, right? Even if it goes up, you may make few on the way, but generational wealth you cannot make. I'm talking about generational wealth in terms of yearly returns, because right now DENT is 1/10 of a penny. Remember, it's 1/10 of a penny. Yeah, you spend a Starbucks coffee for $2, and imagine now your $2 could probably get you 1,600 DENT tokens. And imagine if the DENT tokens has to go up by 10 cents. Just imagine, just if it goes by 10 cents, then this is going to be worth $158. Your $2 will be worth $158. Not $158, $15. Sorry, $15. That's a lot of money, right? From my opinion. So if it has to go 10 cents, you will make like $16, right? So that's huge return. And let's look at the prediction here. Like if it has to go to 10 cents, and we can extend it further. Yeah, I hope you get what I mean. So if I pull this down a little bit, so let's do a bit of so that could generate a lot of wealth. So you can see it goes up to 2.7 million, and if we pull it a little bit. So that's going to be a lot of money in my sense. So if it has to go 3 cents, that is 24 times return. That's a lot of return from my opinion. And if it has to hit 10 cents, you're talking about several folds of return. So that is what I mean by generational wealth, because you can understand how DENT works. It's a wireless telecom company now, and they are competing with a 1 trillion market cap of just the top 5 companies of telecom industry is worth trillions of dollars. And you can clearly see where they are heading. They are heading to become a very big telecom company, and that is a very key takeaway I want to say. So but try to be smart as well, because I'm not saying this could only keep going up. No, I'm not saying that way. See, there will be ups and downs, and lots of downs as well, more than ups, because DENT hasn't seen this price for past 3 years. This parabolic rise of 00 close to 0019, DENT hasn't seen in 3 years of its time. So they are seeing this price surge after nearly 3 years. So this is now 3 years ago the DENT didn't have any product, but now they have a solid product and customer base and user base and different product suites and different product offerings. So things are pretty much changing slightly. So let's hope that they could introduce something more in the near future. But all I'm saying is this could go to a next level if everything works out very nice. But be smart, and if you see any have a stop loss strategy, and if you believe in this project and you like what they are doing, follow them on the Twitter, download the app, participate in the ecosystem, and understand how the business works, how the app works, and what is the revenue model behind them. And that kind of things is what I would probably look into, because you have to look how potential partnerships they are doing, and what could bring more revenue, and what is the value proposition they offer, and what is their revenue model, what are the channels of their revenue. These are the things that I would probably analyze and look into, because you should have a strong understanding of what the business focus is. Then you can trust on the economic side of it. So yep, thanks for watching, and have a good day.